that's stupid. Like, you shouldn't be upset about that. That is a huge red flag.
And it makes me wonder, what else was he lying about in the relationship?
Hey.
Hi.
I feel like it's been a while.
I know. Welcome back.
Too many days. I feel
I know.
it's been like 4 or 5 days, I think.
And we keep planning to film and then it doesn't work out.
I feel brand new.
Yeah, me too.
Even though we just
Holiday
started our
is
podcast.
over and we're ready to go.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, guys. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving?
You were there.
No, I was. Today we're drinking tea. I have peppermint.
I have green tea.
And welcome back to Wine Hour.
Cheers with our tea. Okay, so let's talk about Thanksgiving.
Oh, Thanksgiving. Okay. So this year we attempted to do a Thanksgiving. So normally we celebrate at her family's house, or like, her parents' house, and they are Greek, so they do a lot of Greek food. Your dad like loves Greek food. Yeah. And will never stray away.
Unfortunately.
So this year we had the greatest idea of doing an American and Greek food on the day of
Well, I
Thanksgiving.
wanted it to be mostly just American food, like, you know, all the stuff that we don't usually eat. Mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, turkey, mac and cheese. But of course my dad wouldn't allow that.
Made lamb.
So we had lamb. Have to have lamb.
After yesterday, though, I will say it was like not a good idea to mix
the meats.
No, like mix American with the Greek, because the flavor profiles are
was
so
weird.
different.
Yeah.
And like you'd be eating one thing, but then it doesn't go with the other thing, and just like it just was like off. I mean, it was really good still, but like I felt like you need to do like one or the other, you know.
I agree.
But nonetheless, like it was like really good still. So
yeah, it was good. It just, I don't know, for some reason I wasn't a big fan of the lamb. And usually I like it, but the flavor was just off. Maybe it was because I was eating turkey and all the other dishes that...
Don't tell your dad that.
I won't. I mean, I already told him. I'm like, nobody wanted to eat it because it wasn't that cooked. And he's like, oh, it was cooked perfectly. I'm like, yeah, for you. But some people don't like it like that inside. And he was like, oh, okay. Like, I thought it was cooked good. I'm like, okay, yeah, for you.
Who else complained?
No one. Your husband said he was very disappointed with the food.
He's so picky.
He's so picky.
Today I was like, let me make, your mom told me to make soup from turkey, because she gave me some bones and some turkey, and so she was like, oh, like make some soup. And I was gonna do like the celery, carrots, potatoes, onions, all of that, make it like stewy, kind of thick-ish. And he was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna eat that. I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
You should know better.
I'm still gonna make it.
He doesn't like to eat anything new, I feel like.
No, he doesn't like to eat anything that's not Greek.
True. He's like my dad.
Yes.
And for the cream corn that you made, amazing. But he was like, it's too salty. I'm like, no, it's not. It tastes amazing.
Well, it was really good.
I don't think it was too salty.
So it was good. And then I asked him, I was like, oh, can you add a little salt? Because I felt like it just needed some more salt. And he added some. And then after he ate it, he was like, oh my God, like it's so salty. And at first I was like, oh my God, it is. But then like after, like,
I don't think it was that salty.
Yeah, it was good.
Because like sometimes when things are too salty, you're like, you don't even taste the flavor of the food. You're just like corn, feeling the salt. But it was good. So yeah, we had...
I was imagining that on like mashed potatoes, and you literally disappointed me.
Sorry. My mom made potatoes in the oven, Greek style. We had potatoes, but they weren't mashed.
But imagine like the creamed corn on the mashed potatoes. Like so
there was only so much I could do. Like my dad was already like, why are you making mac and cheese?
Really?
So yeah. So, you know, there was only so much I could do and make it American.
Well, when we have a big house, I was telling him yesterday, I was like, I really want to like host Thanksgiving. I'd be honestly petrified because I don't even like know how to cook very well, and we could like figure it out though.
Honestly, I watched my parents do the turkey, and all they did was marinate it with butter. So like you have to put the butter under the skin
everywhere,
and then to make sure that the meat actually has flavor, and then just whatever seasonings you want.
Yeah.
And my mom put in a whole onion inside the turkey. And really that's it.
Yeah.
And then she cooked it for like 4 hours, and you just like, it's really easy, oven? I think. Yeah, in the oven. So she just turned on the oven at like 365 and just left it.
Oh wow. I mean, yeah, because you have a gas stove.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I'd have to do like
I would say
400.
you should do it higher. Yeah. But it seemed pretty simple.
Yeah, I think it's like simple. I mean, yeah, I guess you can't really like fuck it up.
My biggest fear about cooking is people not liking the food.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like hosting, yeah.
And like your dad like stresses me out.
He's so picky
with the way like he is.
We can do just the kids, no adults. They can do their own thing.
No, like they can come, but also like I don't know, man.
Also, your husband's mom was saying that you guys should host Christmas.
Really? Again, she's gonna change her mind so
I told
fast.
her, I'm like, you do not understand how not big their house is. Like, it's not. I'm like, they barely fit in there's 3 of them.
What did she say when you said that?
She's like, oh well, like it's nice because they just got a house. I feel like they should host. I'm like, I agree, but you're gonna see when you get here that they don't have space for all of us to sit. I was like, if you guys want to do just you 4 and the baby, that's fine. We'll like go to my uncle's house. I
told him, I was like, oh, let's host. Like, how do you guys feel about hosting? Do you like hosting? Because it's all new to me. Like, I'm still learning. Like, I've hosted, I guess, a handful of times. Like, when
I feel like you like hosting
for the birthday. I think I do, but you need to be like comfortable in the space, right?
True.
Like, I feel bad because we don't have like anywhere for people to sit.
I think you're overthinking it. I think if you just get some like pull-out chairs.
No, you forgot how it was for my daughter's birthday. Like, it was uncomfortable.
I was comfortable.
You were, because you were sitting at a chair at an island. Everybody else is like,
they were on the couch. It's just your couch. If you had a better couch, I'm telling you, I think you should get a single couch, like a love seat or whatever it's called, and then 2 chairs.
Yeah. So seating is like the problem, and then like you could put like a table in it, because I was telling him like, oh, like let's do New Year's there, and he was like, no, like we're not gonna fit. Like, what are we gonna do? So I don't know. It's just like.
Well, it might just be you guys, because, I don't know, my uncle wants to go out, and my parents might go with them.
Who wants to go out? Maria's dad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. I mean, your husband wants to go out too, but anyway.
I know. We literally, like, nobody brings their 1-year-old out.
True.
Like, okay,
it depends where you go.
Babies maybe, because like, you know, they sleep through anything, but like with a 1-year-old it's harder, like, and she will throw a fit.
Yeah,
like, we know. Let's be honest, like I don't know how he's picturing that. It's like, I don't know, we'll figure it out though. We have a little time, but I don't know, I do want to have like, I don't know, once the basement is done, however, you could easily put a table down there.
You're just gonna have a host in your basement? I mean, yeah.
It's gonna be so nice down there.
That's true.
Yeah, you could do like a table, like long ways. There's gonna be a TV, couch. Like you put tables. There's a mini kitchen. Like that'd be cute.
Yeah, perfect. You have a bathroom. Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
So I think once you're like, we're in the basement,
and like you could just cook the food upstairs in the oven and then bring it downstairs and set up down there.
Do like a buffet style.
Yeah, that's nice. You should do that.
I'm excited once we finish that. With like, the
you
money
you can host like 4th of July or something. Hopefully it'll be done by then.
Oh yeah, we have a door to go out.
Exactly.
Perfect. Yeah.
Or I mean, that will be outside more than inside, but still.
Can you move out so you can host?
Dude, I am trying. So I've only hosted once when I was in my apartment. I had like a Galentine's with my friends, and I love it, but I've never hosted my family or like my parents, where like you said, my dad is so picky. So I feel like my dad would come to my house and cook himself. Yeah. And my hosting would be like just setting up the table, because I don't think my dad, or he would cook it here at his house by himself and then bring it.
But we got Chinese food the other day and he ate some of that.
Well, he loves that place. He's been with my uncle, his brother, and he is upset. He's like, I don't like Chinese food, but this place has the best Chinese food ever. And his thing is when he goes to restaurants, any restaurant, he just like, if it doesn't look clean to him, my dad gets really like
annoyed,
grossed out. And he might not look like a germaphobe, but he is like, really? If he sees one little thing that he doesn't like at a restaurant, he will not go again. And he'll think that this place, even if it's like a little spot on, I don't know, his glass or something, he'll just not go there again, because he's very like a germaphobe. And so if he sees a place and he's like, this place is so clean because I've been there, I've seen what it looks like. I mean, not that he knows what the kitchen looks like, but still. Yeah. And so he really likes it.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah. I was gonna say it runs in the family, but like it doesn't, because him and your mom are not related.
Yes.
They're just both germaphobes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom's definitely a germaphobe. I mean, I feel like, of course I get disgusted, but I just feel like I give places a chance. Like there might have just been one time where you had a bad experience. Yeah. I don't, feel like there's I'm not gonna limit. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, there is if every time you're going there, you're having a bad experience. Okay. Yeah. But I'm not just going to write a place off if I see one thing one time.
Exactly. You know? And like, I don't know. It depends on like what it is like too. So because like my husband's like that too. If he sees like, he's like, oh, the glasses are like so dirty. But when we travel to Greece, he's like, look, like how clean the dishes are, how clean the glass is. And in America,
everything in Greece is perfect.
I know. Yeah, that's according to him. But like in America, it's like, I mean, he is kind of right though. Like, you know, it's not nice when you go to a restaurant, like you're paying money.
And you see like a dirty fork or something like that has happened to my mom. Oh my God. And a dirty plate, like as if it wasn't clean.
Oh my God. The glass like situation though is kind of gross. Like when you see like a glass that's like not clean. Like,
like lip stains on it.
Like, oh my God, yeah. That's when you know, because like you need to scrub to get lipstick and lip gloss off a glass. So.
Well, I wonder what restaurants do, because they have so many plates, and if you just throw them in a dishwasher, they're not going to clean everything off.
So when I used to work at Hooters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us.
We had a shitty dishwasher, first of all, and it was like kind of fast, and we had plastic dishes, okay? So as you know, plastic is porous material. It absorbs everything.
So why were you guys washing plastic plates?
What do you mean? What are we going to do? Throw them away? We had plastic cups that we served drinks in, like plastic tall like orange cups,
plexiglass or something that
I guess
is not like, it doesn't break as
not
easy.
like plastic, but like plexiglass.
Okay.
So and then plates, same thing. I mean, we just like run it through the dishwasher, and like that's it. We just like stack them in the dishwasher and just like run it like once, maybe twice, once if we're busy, and that's it. So
I think I've been to Hooters like once. So
yeah. Oh my God, we should go.
I'm safe. We should.
With some chicken wings, some extra.
Well, I still want to try Wingstop.
Oh my God, Wingstop, their ranch.
I've never had it.
So
I see people getting tubs of their ranch.
Dude, okay, I only had it once with our friends. When they came like here to this area, we ordered some. It was really, really good. Their ranch was really good. Their wings were really good. Yeah, it was really good. But at Hooters, they have this like spicy garlic. It's very spicy, but you need to get it on naked wings, extra crispy, and crisp it again in the sauce. And it's literally crack. It's so good.
Okay, so it looks like we're taking a trip to Hooters.
Literally, you might better watch out. They might offer you a job there.
I'll take it.
Yes, the money was good.
Extra money is great.
Oh my God, it was so good. Way more than you're making at your parents' house. Let me tell you.
True.
Parents' house, parents' pizza place.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm sure the tips are way better than what I make there.
Yeah,
you know. I mean, you're also half naked, so
the money is like really, really good.
Maybe I should start going half naked to my parents. Booty shorts and all.
Change the marketing. Like,
honestly, we have one girl. I mean, the booty short, the shorts that she wears are not as like tight as what you guys wear at, but she wears like very short shorts even in the winter. I'm like,
what?
Aren't you? Work? Yeah, I'm like, first of all, aren't you cold? Second of all,
what are you doing?
Why are you wearing that? Yeah.
Your mom doesn't say anything?
No, she's like 17. What are you gonna say? You know, it's like,
any cute boys working there? Is that why?
No. All of them are old. I'm not sure. Maybe she's looking for a boyfriend, like customers that come in, because a lot of kids that go to school with her come into the store. So whatever. Yeah, maybe she's a boyfriend.
I see. Speaking of boyfriends.
What? I'm still single.
Not an announcement. No,
like
but
a hard launch.
No, I know. Imagine. I think that's like weird when people do that, because I saw one girl the other day that I used to go to high school with. She posted like a photo with her new boyfriend, and she was like, soft lunch, soft lunch in my lover girl era. And I'm like, why wording it like that? She's posted a picture with her new boyfriend. That's it.
Oh, okay, girl.
And I don't know. It was just like,
is this her first boyfriend?
No, it's not her first boyfriend, but it's been a while. That's probably gonna be you.
Me.
You're gonna say, man,
soft
hard
launch. Literally hard launch.
Me in my lover girl era. But I actually, you know, when we were talking about like red flags, I actually like sat down and I was like, oh, let me like not like think it off the top of my head, because literally when I was like trying to write them down, I couldn't like remember.
That's what happens when you're in a healthy relationship.
That you can't think of red flags.
Because you haven't experienced it in a long. You've been with him for 7 years. Yeah. You haven't experienced red flags in a long time. So
but
you forget
know what they are.
Yeah, I know, and I'm sure you've dated red flags, but now you're married for a long time, and so you don't know what a red flag is anymore.
I don't know what a red flag is anymore. No, enlighten us.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is serious. Listen up.
Yeah, it's not a joke.
Okay, tell us, Steph, the expert.
So, okay, I'm gonna say one, and then you can say what you came up with.
Okay.
Let's talk about social media. Red flags on social media. So, like, things that men do on social media that are red flags when you're in a relationship with them, not when they're single or whatever. So, my number one thing is, let's just say, posting you.
Like, they won't post you?
Yeah.
That is a hard red flag.
The biggest red flag.
That is so wrong.
And then the excuses they give of why they don't post you.
Yeah.
One excuse I've gotten is, oh, what happens when we break up? It's going to be really hard to delete all the photos.
You're lying.
And I stayed with this person.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
Wait.
I'm not.
So like you would ask him like, oh, why don't you post like
I
photos of us
yeah,
together?
Yeah. And another thing, which is another red flag, is following random girls who
that's a whole other topic.
That's a whole other topic, but like this is what it stemmed off for me, because it's like you follow all these random girls and you're liking their pictures, okay, but you don't have any photos with me. So you're basically giving these girls the green flag to be like, okay, I'm single, so you can come and talk to me, or I'm liking your photos, so that means something.
You give them the attention.
And the only thing that's doing is making me look stupid. Because you're my boyfriend, but you're doing that. So I would be like, why aren't you posting pictures of us and you're following all these girls? Like, that just doesn't look good. And the response was, if we break up, it's going to be annoying to go and delete all of them.
That is the stupidest.
Because deleting or archiving a photo on Instagram, we know, is the most easiest thing to do. Yeah.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Oh my God. That is like manipulation at its finest. Like, wow.
You see how can I trust a man?
Literally.
No.
Dude.
And I don't want to, it's not that I don't like that I sit here and I'm like, I don't trust any man. I really like whatever. But I think it's also my fault. Like, why would you stay with someone when they say that to you? You know?
You need to like speak up for yourself. I think
we love a red flag.
The biggest thing is like that you can do for yourself and to have like a good relationship is setting up like your boundaries, your personal boundaries, and what you want and need and what you will not accept in the very beginning. Like,
and I honestly never asked to be posted like every single post has to be of me, but and then another response I would get is, oh, but I post you on my story. Okay.
Well, you can hide people from your stories.
Exactly.
Like,
which is, I feel like, what was happening, but I just didn't know about it.
So I mean, for me, because I was in a long relationship before my husband now, the number one thing I did was, because I learned so much from my previous relationship, is that I made sure he knew what I wanted, what I was looking for, what I was okay and what I was not okay with. And I was stuck by that, like, as hard as it was sometimes, because I didn't want to have another shitty relationship.
Well, that's good. And I feel like because my last relationship was my first serious relationship, I didn't know anything. I learned a lot, but I didn't really know anything. I was okay with what was happening. And so I think my next relationship, I will be more.
You'll have a lot more boundaries.
Because I don't want to do that again. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. You do that, but I'm not dating you.
When you go into your next relationship, you will just have to say, like, this is how it works.
You set your boundaries. And if you don't want to do this, then
you have
goodbye.
You literally have to be like that. And that's another thing, like, liking other girls' pictures, that is like so not okay. Like, I'm sorry. Like, people have like different views on it, I feel like that's like disrespectful, like, period.
And so here's my thing. Oh, go ahead.
Because we live in this world, and because we're in the social media world, like, that is why, because social media means a lot to like so many people, you know, and like girls are ruthless. Like, we all know this.
Girls don't care.
Like they don't, and men don't either. But you know,
well, both don't care. But I just think that was another. So my thought on liking pictures is, I don't mind if it's a celebrity. I really don't. And okay, some people could be like, but what if she's wearing a bathing suit? That's disrespectful. I don't know. I just don't care, because my mindset is, a celebrity is not going to want him. Like, come on, let's be serious. They want somebody who also is as equal successful as they are. I feel like, for the most part. Some of them might want to date somebody who's not. But so that I don't care about. But what I do care about is if it's a girl that lives in the same city or state as you, and it's just, why are you doing that? Why are you like, do you even know all these girls? Like, have you actually seen them in person? Do you know these people that you're following, all of these people? It's like something that men do, and they kind of like used to, I feel like. But then, like, once you have that conversation, and I've been through this, I said it once, I said it twice, he's never done it again. And like vice versa, like, I'm not gonna do that, because I know if I like a photo of a guy I used to know, whatever, I know what it means to them. And it's weird, because for me, like, I don't sit on Instagram and look for men, and like, I don't know. One time I freaking liked a photo of this guy posting, and I know him in person. Like, I know this guy. And he posts car stuff, and I liked a picture of like a tire that he posted. I don't know why. Honestly, sometimes I go like crazy. I don't know why I liked it. And my ex was like, why would you like that? Did you like his foot in it or something? I'm like, excuse me, it's a fucking tire.
Oh my God.
Like, but
that's funny.
Yeah, but like I'm not sitting around looking for men to like, and I might like a model or a famous guy's photos, but I'm not sitting around looking for guys that I went to school with or that live in Boston to like their photos.
Yeah.
Like I just don't follow people like that. So I mostly like to follow fashion and stuff like that.
I'm the same.
So I don't care, but for me, it's just like, you said that you told him like once, 2 times, and then he stopped. I think I've said it maybe 20 times in my whole relationship, maybe even more, and it was still happening.
Yeah.
And then they think they can be sneaky because it's like, oh, she's never going to see it. But
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand that we are literally in the same like circle?
And the other thing is when the girl, for me, it's like when the girl is the opposite of what you look like, it's like, okay, so that's what you like. And why are you with me? And it just made me feel insecure.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just, why? And if you love the person you're with, like you, I think should do whatever makes them happy. Of course, like to a limit, but like that is like, to me,
if you want to be with them and you care about their feelings,
right,
then you would be okay with not following women,
right,
or whatever. But remember I posted that TikTok of women and men. Another thing that I got was, I was like, why are you following all these girls on Instagram? Because when I open my Instagram, I like to see good nice things on my timeline. Like what?
Yeah.
Me too, but I follow clothes.
Literally.
I like to see clothes.
Literally. It's like so bad. You know, guys, how they say, like, if you open like the explore page on Instagram, like
that's what they're looking up.
That's what they're looking at. That's what they're looking
liking.
at. That's what they're liking.
Yeah.
And one time I took my husband's phone and I was like, can I see your phone? He's like, sure. So I went on his
Cars.
Instagram. Yeah. And I went on his thing and it was like cars. And I was like,
yeah.
oh. And I looked at him. He goes, what did you expect to see? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like looking for trouble. I'm like bored.
Literally. Also, like, we're saying all this, but I think men are getting smarter and like realizing that they need to stop doing
What's
that.
on your explore page? Let me see. Give me your phone.
Naked men or something.
Naked men as you're talking over here. Wait, where's your Instagram? Okay, Steph has.
Oh, wait, how do I get? Oh, okay.
Steph has, oh my God, a cute family, some cooking videos, a man, a lot of quotes.
I do like a lot of quotes.
A shit ton of quotes.
Yours is makeup and babies.
No, which page are you on?
Here, right?
My personal one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, makeup, and then it's Leo mom, like zodiacs.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, you have
a baby dressed as a hamburger.
I've seen those. Those are cute. I think those are like AI. But yeah, you have a shit ton of quotes and zodiacs and one man.
Oh my God, he is my celebrity crush. He's the guy from something days. What is it?
I don't know.
365 days.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I love him.
He's okay.
Stop. Anyways, yours is makeup and nails.
Cool.
See?
Nice.
Makeup and nails.
Amazing. So you have a couple nails too.
Yeah.
So
we're just girls.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't have any men on mine.
Yeah.
Hold on. So I wrote down a couple of red flags that I like came to my mind. Let me see what I wrote down. Wait,
okay.
Actually, we just went off that because I wrote down disregards your feelings. So whether you tell them like, like don't do that, it makes me feel this way, or it makes me feel, sad or upset or like insecure, like they should consider like your feelings. And it doesn't have to like stem into a fight. Like if they tell you like, that's stupid, like you shouldn't be upset about that, that is a huge red flag. Like acknowledge, we all can work on this also,
or it's just social media,
right? You need to acknowledge the feeling of the other person and then like evaluate it from like their point of view. And like that's something I'm personally working on. I'm a red flag, just kidding.
She's a red flag.
But like seriously, like how hard is that to do? To like, like I could be like, oh, like I don't want to go to dinner, like I feel like ugly. You'd be like, no, like you don't like feel ugly, like let's go, you look fine. Like you are not thinking in that person's like point of view, like you're disregarding like what they're feeling. So I think that's like a huge
it is hard because I think we're accustomed to just think about ourselves,
right? It's human nature. It's rare that you're gonna put somebody else before you.
Yeah, true. But I feel like it's different when it comes to love and when you're in a relationship with someone and you want that person to be happy and not sad all the time. You don't want if we're talking about the red flags, well, you don't want that person to be crying to you all the time because you're doing weird things on social media.
Right. Exactly.
So like, you're just like, don't you just want to make that person smile instead of making them cry?
Exactly. Like if you see it like something is bothering like the person you love, like do something about it if you can. Another one I wrote down is the small white lies, or I should say lies in general. I mean, obviously that's a red flag. Like to me, it's like it takes one lie.
Oh, same.
Like I can't.
But how do you know? Like I could have been lied to many times. How do I know? I don't.
Well, obviously you would have to know they're lying.
Yeah.
But we're also like FBI, so you just figure it out.
So there was one time with my ex where this was after we had broken up, and you know, in the beginning there was still some contact, whatever. And I had gone to Greece and I saw him, and he showed me a picture of himself with like full grown hair. I don't know if I told you this.
No.
And he was like, oh, look, like I grew my hair out, but then I cut it because my brother had a wedding, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to go to the wedding like that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, do you like it? And I said the truth, whatever. And then.
But you didn't like it.
I didn't like it,
okay.
yeah. And then I come home and his sister-in-law tells me that it was AI. And like, that wasn't really his hair. He literally like put it on the internet and put long hair on him. And like, this is stupid, but it was a dumb lie. And he never told me that he was joking.
Wait, are you sure that she's telling the truth?
I don't know. Why would you lie about that?
I don't know. But also, why would he lie about that? And why would she lie about that if she lied
because
about
it's
that?
him.
Like, I feel like that's such a weird thing to lie about. I don't know. Like, what?
Yeah, me too. But I'm just saying that, like, if he actually was lying, that's like a dumb white lie.
That's
and
like,
then it makes me wonder, what else was he lying about in the relationship?
That's insane.
Because if you could just lie, why not just tell me after? It might be stupid, and people are probably gonna be like, that's like the dumbest thing to say is a lie. But to me, it's just like, but at the end, wouldn't you want to tell someone, oh, I was just joking.
Yes,
it's AI generated, but I'm thinking of like growing out my hair.
That's like speaks volumes.
You know,
I'm sorry.
How are you
insane.
okay with just lying? Like me, like you could probably see it all over my face, and then I would tell you in the end, like, haha, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really do that.
That's insane. That's literally insane.
So because we're talking about lies, I kind of just thought about that because that's the only lie that I actually know of. I don't know what other lies were being told. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever go through his phone?
Oh, that was going to be one of my red flags.
Okay. But okay, we'll get to
Let's talk about lies first.
But I was lied to my whole entire relationship once. Yeah, my last relationship, basically.
And how did you find out he was lying?
Built on a lie. Well, it was, you know, his mom one day, I was oblivious. I thought like he was sick, whatever. And then his mom one day showed up to my job and she was like, oh, like, you know, like so-and-so, like he's in rehab. And I was like, huh, I just spoke to him this morning. He's looking for jobs.
Why are you lying?
Yeah, I was like, he's looking for a job. She's like, no, honey, like he's in rehab. And I was like, oh, what? So imagine that, along with like he would like ask me for money to fix his car. Like he would be like, oh, it's to fix my car, like I'll pay you back. And then like I would sometimes give him money, but then one day I was like, no, I'm not giving it to you. I was trying to stay strong and be like, no, I'm not doing it. And then he would like manipulated me into it, would like keep calling me and like cry on the phone, be like, no, I need like money, like please make. And at that time I was, mind you, in college. So I was going to college full time. I was working 2 full-time jobs. No, what am I saying? 2 part-time jobs. And I was working like late. I was working at the mall at the time. So I was working till like 9. And then after work, he was like, please, like I need money. So I literally like went to the ATM like after work, like so tired, and like took out cash, and like he followed me like in his car, and I just like gave it to him, and I went home. Like $600, I think, about like from my savings that I was like saving. And
excuse me?
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, it's to fix his car, you know, like he's gonna give it back to me. And then like obviously he never did. He like owes me so much money, but
still till this day.
Oh my god, like that over 1,000, close, yeah, like thousands. He owes me so much money. I gave him a lot of money, and over time, obviously. And yeah, and I was lied to, but I was very young, so. But I like believed, I was so naive. I believed like everything he said. I tried to like see a better person.
I'm like that too, though. I'm very naive when it comes to people, and I always like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. They could do like 20 bad things to me, which is probably why I think I stayed in my last relationship for so long, even after all this stuff, because I just like to believe that people can be better.
It's literally
and will be better
by love.
Yeah. So, but I do that in like friendships sometimes too, where
you have hope that the person
is better than that, and then I just try to tell myself that not everyone has the same heart as me or the same like mindset as me, so I can't just expect everyone to be a good person all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So that's huge. And then it was big lies and little lies, and of course I didn't know, so now I can pick up on it like so fast. So
I feel you can tell by people's like body language now that we're older too and we know more.
Exactly. It's like experience, and then you just like
experience with liars.
Yeah, literally.
Some people are so comfortable with lying though that it's like
like, why are you lying?
It's like their everyday life, they're just lying about everything.
But I'm so quick to call people out though. I can't.
Are you lying?
I do. I say that right away. I really do.
You actually do, and you're like, you're lying.
I know, and I'm like not laughing. Like I'm not.
I know, you're like serious. You're like, no, you're lying. Okay.
I just don't have time for people who lie. Yeah. Like that's it. Like one lie, like I'm out. I can't do it.
What's the point?
Exactly.
You know?
Like
just say the truth.
It's just not worth it to me. But yeah, you're just blinded by love, and that's huge because you keep thinking like they're gonna change, which people don't change, in my opinion.
Usually they don't unless they actually really want to. Unless it's in their mind that they want to be better, people won't change. And no matter how much you talk to someone or try to explain to them what bothers you, the person won't change unless they actually want to.
Yeah. And even then they can want to, but that doesn't mean they will.
Yeah. Not like, 100%.
Yeah, that's it just depends. Like, you know,
they could probably put up a front and then act nice, but when something triggers them, I feel like they'll just go back to their old ways. Yeah.
It's funny because like I don't think you truly ever know someone, like ever. Do you believe in that? Yeah. Like
because it's little situations in life that don't happen every day, could happen like, you know, in years or whatever, and that's when you see how a person actually is.
That's so true. You could be with somebody for, you know, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, but unless like you both go through some kind of life event, it could be happy, it could be traumatic, you know, it could be completely different. You don't know how your person reacts in a certain situation, in a critical situation, in a situation where you're in danger, or they're going through like a family loss, or you're going through like you don't know how they will be, how they'll be there for you, how they will act, and in general, like so many other things, like you just don't know, don't know your person until you know those things happen. And even then, like there's still other things that you probably don't know. A human and like their emotions, I feel like are so deep that I know for a fact I don't fully know my husband. Like 100%. You know, and vice versa, like it's just
even our own parents probably don't fully know us.
100%.
You know, as we grow, we change.
We just know them as parents.
So I think imagine our own parents not knowing us, or us not knowing our parents fully. How can we know somebody that we met 6 years ago?
6 years ago, exactly. And you just met them like at that time. You don't know like how they were before
in the past.
So it's
actually
just
really crazy when you sit and think about it.
I know. It's because I made a comment the other day, like to my husband. I was like, oh, like I know everything about you. Like we were talking about something. He was
like, no, you don't.
I know. He was like, no, you don't. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't. Like, but it's true. You know, you don't. But hold on. Do you have another one?
About lies? No,
not about lies.
Well, let's go off of that and talk about going through phones. So to me, it's a red flag when the person doesn't give you their phone code, password, and not that I hate looking through someone's phone, because anytime you're looking for something, you're gonna freaking find it. Even if it's something small, you're gonna find it. You're just gonna upset yourself. So I don't like going through people's phone, and I've done it maybe once or twice, but I hate it. But my ex I never had his password.
Did he ever look through your phone?
No.
Did he ever ask for your password?
No.
He didn't, because he trusted you. He knows.
But like, I don't know. I kind of feel like that's a red flag.
It is 100% a red flag. I feel like you need to know your person's passcode.
Yeah. Like what are you hiding?
Yeah, exactly. You should be able to take his phone no matter what. He should be able to take yours no matter what. You should know his password. And if they feel like it, they can go through your phone like I don't know, they'll do it once, they'll do it twice, and guess what? After that, they'll never do it again.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Because they get like, you get your like fix, and you're like, all right, this is boring.
I know.
I'm not finding any tea.
I did it once, I did it twice, and then I just like don't care. And I know his password, he knows mine. He doesn't go through my phone, but in the beginning of our relationship, like he did like once or twice. And then he'd be like upset, like, and he won't like talk to me because he like found some things. It wasn't like anything serious, but whatever. And that's it. He did it once, he did it twice, and he never did it again.
Yeah.
You just like hit a certain level of like trust, I feel. And then like
in the beginning, I feel like everyone wants to do it in the beginning of the relationship, like again, first 2 years, because it's new. Like you don't know them. Yeah, you don't know them, and you're like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, I never had my ex's passcode, and
to me that's insane.
Yeah. And he would always tell me that that's an invasion of privacy, and you should never go through somebody's phone, because like I don't know if I've ever gone through his phone.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Before him, I had a guy that I was like talking to, and I went through his phone, and imagine I was just talking to him.
I bet you if you went through his phone, you would have broken up way sooner.
I think so, because I'm also thinking one time, I need to retire talking about him, but I'm also thinking
he's the only one you can talk about. Hello.
Literally, we went to when we were in Greece in 2022, and we stayed at a hotel in Santorini, and we were sitting at the pool, and there was these 2 girls that came, and they were our age, young, whatever, they were pretty girls, and whatever, I saw them, but I didn't say anything, but I like felt like him and his friend, because his friend and his friend's girlfriend came with us, and I felt like him and his friend were kind of like looking at them, and I don't know if his friend's girlfriend saw, but I did, and I got kind of annoyed, but I didn't say anything. Yeah. And then one night we were out, and then we went back home, and they're like, oh, we're gonna sit outside and smoke cigars.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. Dude, they didn't come back inside until 5:00 in the morning. They sat at the pool. Me and the girlfriend went in our rooms and like went to sleep because we were tired. And like at some point I had woken up, and it was like 5:00 in the morning, and that's when they came into the room.
Oh my God.
Well, him at least.
Oh my God.
And I thought about it yesterday, and I'm like, did I get cheated on and I just don't know?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like, what? Yeah, so many things were going through. I'm not upset about it now because, okay, it was like 4 years ago.
How can you smoke cigars for till 5 a.m.?
I don't know. And it's like, okay, you can sit there and talk with your friend, but how long are you going to talk?
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, God bless you for staying for as long as you did, because if that was me, I would have been out so long ago.
Honestly, I think the reason that, and he will probably say this too, I think the reason that we stayed with each other is because we were just comfortable. And it just felt like
he was comfortable for sure, because you let him do whatever he wanted.
I know. And we were long distance, and I wasn't the annoying girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was not.
Yeah.
Like I could care less.
You were just there for convenience.
He was going out with his friends. Okay, cool. Have fun. So
wow.
I wasn't complaining. I did not complain. Maybe in the beginning I did when we first started long distance, but yeah.
Wow.
So
wow. I'm like mad for you, even though you're not mad. Like I'm mad.
I feel like I didn't tell anybody any of this stuff when I was in the relationship, because you don't want other people to think bad of the person you're with. But you should have. Maybe they would have helped you open your eyes. Maybe. Yeah, I should have told somebody.
Yeah. I used to tell my friends quite a bit of stuff, but when you get like serious with somebody, of course there's like a limit of what you're going to say when you're serious with the person you're with. But
it was hard for me too, though, because my closest friends were his family.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And so even though one of them, like, she was she never shit on him, but when she thought he was wrong, like, she would say it, and she would say it to him too. She wasn't ever just taking my side or his side. She would always be like, that's really wrong of you. Why would you do that to her? Or Steph, why would you act like that? That's not okay. So I appreciated that, but it was hard for me to say all this stuff, because then I was feeling like I was just being annoying or complaining about every single little thing.
But that's the thing, like, those relationships you have to be like thankful for, because from those past relationships you learn, and when you move on, and then when you have the right man by your side, like, you're gonna build an amazing relationship, because again, you're gonna set your boundaries, and you're just gonna know what you want and what you're gonna take and what you're not gonna take from them. And it's honestly like so refreshing and helpful. At least that's the experience like I've had. Because if I didn't have my relationship before my now husband, like, I literally be clueless, and honestly would probably be acting way different than I am now. But But yeah, I think going through phones, like, you need to, and you should if you feel like it. So
so get their passcode.
Yeah, literally get their passcode. The another thing I wrote down is avoids commitment and canceling plans. Like in the beginning, when you start like dating somebody, if they like avoid you or avoid like hanging out with you or only hang out with you when it's
I'm a red flag.
Oh my god, you are.
Because he was like always wanted to hang out, but I would always cancel. I would always be like, I can't, I'm busy.
Yeah,
I want to go hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, we all do that. I think it depends, like, if you really like the person and like want to be with them. But I think that, like, imagine like liking a guy and you like want to hang out with them and see them, and you know, and
they don't want to hang out with you.
Yeah, they only hang out with you when it's convenient for them. Like, come on, like if a guy wants to hang out with you only at night and only on a Saturday night or on a Wednesday night when he has nothing better to do,
he's not taking you serious.
Yeah, he's not taking you serious. Like, you need to plan things like in advance, ahead of time, you know, because if they show that they're trying to see you, they're trying to hang out with you, I think that's huge.
Yeah,
I don't know, it's important. And I think in being upfront, but like when they're treating you like you're just like a second option, when they just like have extra time, like, come on.
Yeah, no, I agree, that's a red flag,
you know. But I feel like also like
that's like most men these days,
you need to look for that though, because like, again, you just are going to make up excuses for this person. Yeah. When I first started dating my husband, he said to me, like, literally on the third day, he was like, listen, I go to school full time, I work full time, I only have time like after 9, maybe 10 p.m. We would literally hang out at night till like 3 a.m. and then he would go home. Like, but he said that to me in the beginning so I wouldn't have like certain expectations. Yeah. And I was like, whoa, like, that was huge, you know, because if he didn't say those things and he would only want to hang out with me at night, I'd be like, huh? Like,
hello.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I feel like now I'm in a place where if that does happen one time and they're like canceling plans or trying to only hang out with me on like, but you saw it even on Hinge, like when one guy was like, oh, let's hang out on a Wednesday, I'm like, why the fuck do you want to hang out on a Wednesday?
Yeah,
I don't know, for me it's just like, if you want to go on a date, don't you go on the weekend? I don't know why I think that.
Maybe they just want to see you, like if he really wanted to see you like soon and didn't want to wait, for example. Like, I don't think you should like
disregard them.
Disregard like, oh, just because it's a Wednesday. If it happens again and he's like, oh, only on a weeknight, like, you know, like, okay, like, what is going on here? But I think like your first time is like fine. Yeah, and also in the beginning of a relationship, if they're canceling all the time and just not making time for you, I just wouldn't bother. I would literally stop answering them, because I'm not doing this. Do you guys want to know what I did? Like, when we first started dating, I was like so like obsessed with him and like in love with him after a while, and I was like so scared and petrified that this relationship wasn't going to work for some odd reason. There was like no red flags, but I was like so scared, you know, when you give like too much all at once. I was trying like not to, so we had like plans to like go out or like get drinks like after he got out of work, and I literally canceled plans like last minute just because I felt like I was scared that I was like falling in love with him, and I just like canceled plans and I like stayed home and cried.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, like I'm just not in like a good mood, like I'm not feeling well, I don't want to like bring your mood down, like I'm gonna just stay home. And I would just like cancel just because, you know, I feel like it makes them want you more, like when you don't like see them when every second, they feel like seeing you, you're like, yes, here I am, let's go.
That makes them chase you more, I feel like.
So I remember I did that, and then I literally stayed home and cried. And I was like, I love you. Love me, please back. Don't leave me. I know, it was so funny. I literally like I think I took like a Snapchat video of myself like crying too, and like sent it to my friend at the time. She was like, are you well? I'm like, no. No, I'm not okay. I wanted to go so bad, you don't understand. Like, I was like dying. I wrote this one. Tell me what you think about it. Negative influence on you and how you feel after seeing that person.
I feel like this could go for friends and relationships.
Oh, friends, I mean, 100%. Yeah. But relationships, like, too. Like, someone just, like, drains your energy and makes you feel, like, worthless and, like...
I haven't experienced that.
I haven't either, to be honest. But you have to, like, think of like other people that are maybe going through that, you know. Like how you feel like when you're with your boyfriend.
you shouldn't be with a boyfriend specifically, forget about friends, but a boyfriend, I feel like you shouldn't be dating them if they're making you feel like you're worthless when you're with them.
I think that's something that happens like later on down the line when people take advantage of other people.
When you're more comfortable.
And when you're in it for so long and in that relationship, and they just you know, take advantage of you in
Yeah.
whatever way that is. But yeah, that's a huge, I think, red flag, is because I think we forget about us and like how we feel, and we're so focused on like the person and like, you know, how are they feeling? Like, are they okay? Do they love me? Do they care about me? And like, oh, he's just doing that because he loves me, you know? And it's like, no, that's not what love is.
Like,
yeah. So, I mean, that was one. I can't speak on it too much because, again, it's not something I went through, but I know like it can be like for some people.
I can't think off the top of my head, but the ones that I said were for some reason very fresh in my head. So let's see if we can find any other.
Another one is that I went through is that he would not let me hang out with my friends. I lost every single one of my friends when I was with him. I didn't have any girlfriends.
Why?
He just
was insecure.
Yeah, insecure, I think. And yeah, he would not let me hang out with any of my friends.
Oh, I have one that I just thought of. Plans about the future.
Oh my God.
So if you're with a person, I think this is a red flag, and something I experienced. If you're with the person and they make plans for the future, but only say what they're going to do in the future and not we as a couple, I think that's a red flag. Because especially if you're dating for a long time, like 5+ years, and they're only talking about what they want to do for themselves and not what you will do together
as a couple.
And I'm not even talking about marriage, like forget about marriage. I'm just talking about in general, when you're with someone for 5 years, that means
where are we going?
A long time. That's like forever. Like that's a long time. So what are we doing together? Not what are you going to do by yourself? So I think that's a red flag, because why are we together?
Yeah.
If you're going to make plans for yourself.
I agree with that 100%. I think that is a huge red flag. Like if you're with somebody, like you said, for 5 years, like, okay, in the beginning, like, sure.
I'm not asking someone to make plans with me after 2 years, like whatever.
Which is valid. It's insane but some people may want that 1 to 2 years. Depends how old you are too. But I feel like
agreed. But
if you love someone and if you're in a relationship with that person and you're like in love and you want to be with that person and you want a future with that person, you shouldn't speak as I. It's you together.
Yeah, we.
So that's huge, actually.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah, if they don't tell you that they want a future with you or tell you about the future and don't include you in it as you guys together, that's just no. And the only other one that I wrote down is criticizing you in any like sort of way.
I think that's a red flag.
I'm talking,
and I've
like,
experienced this
criticism.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And I think it depends. I think every person is different, because some people are more insecure than others or take things more to heart than others. Like for me, for example, I take everything to heart. So if you're going to say something to me small, and one that I experienced is, we're not going to be the couple that gets fat. Like, you need to go to the gym.
That's insane.
And like, that might not be a big deal for some people. And
meanwhile, he's walking around with a belly.
Yeah. And it might be a bad thing to even talk about, but for me, it's the person that I'm with, or when we have kids, you're not going to get fat. You're not going to gain weight when we have kids. You're going to stay skinny, because look at all these supermodels, how skinny they stay like after having kids. That's a red flag, because you can't expect that from me. First of all, everybody's body is different, and the person that you're with needs to be your biggest supporter, no matter what you look like in life.
Exactly.
And if you can't be if you're only looking for someone who looks good all the time, then you should be by yourself.
Check yourself.
Because are you looking good all the time?
Yeah, exactly. That's like so fucked up if you like think about it. Wow.
Yeah. And I feel like that has caused me to be way more insecure than needed.
That's insane.
Yeah, because it's a person you love and a person that you expect to hear compliments from all the time, no matter what you look like.
Yeah.
And when you're hearing negative things from them, to me, it's a red flag, because you're not making me feel good. Who's going to make me feel good if my person, I mean, yes, you yourself, you have to feel good for yourself first, but I feel like your person should be making you feel good.
No, you're right. Like that's insane that you even heard those things out loud. Like that's wild to me. I don't think I would ever forgive that or move on from that. Whether I was skinny or fat, like I would literally be like, you're fucked in the head. Like I'm sorry.
I mean, I've said it many times, but
that is insane. Like they should never comment or criticize you on the way you look, the way you talk, the way,
and if you just want your person to be better, I get it. You could just be
different ways to go around it. about it.
Yeah, different ways to say it. You could help them by being like, hey, today I'm gonna make us a nice salad, or making a nice meal that's like healthier, or being like, do you want to take a walk? Let's go take a walk and talk. You can do it like that versus saying like, oh, like you're gaining a little weight, I think you should go to the gym.
Yeah, that is literally
or
insanity.
Don't stop going to the gym.
Yeah,
like
wow.
Yeah, so I feel like those are my red flags for now. I probably have more, but can't really think of them.
That's huge. Let us know if you guys can like think of any, or ones that you went through. To me, that like literally makes my blood boil, the fact that those things were like said. Like that's literally insane to me. And to tell that to a woman, and a woman that is literally going to like carry your children, like if that's literally, you need to like rethink yourself, your whole ass personality, and like who you are as a person, because that's disgusting.
I think that's like the biggest thing that was a red flag to me when it comes to having kids, because you want somebody to carry your children, but you don't want them to get fat. So basically, do you want that person to starve and then your child's not going to be healthy? Like how are you expecting this person not to gain weight when they're pregnant?
There's so much more to life, and why don't you cross that bridge when you get there, and not like just put someone down? Like that's insanity. Like you're gross. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, on that note, let me take a sip of my tea. That was a lot. This was stressful.
Literally. You learned a lot of new things that you never knew.
Yeah, I sure did. I feel like after this episode, I feel so sorry for you.
It's okay. No, I'm fine. I'm fine now.
I mean,
but now I feel like you could understand why I'm like, so, you know how you say when we go out, I'm in my own world and I don't look around me. And I feel like I'm in like a shell, because I feel very
like do you think
insecure, or I think about, oh my God, what do I look like? Do I look fat or whatever? Not even just fat, just anything on my body, on my face. And it just, too many things run through my head that I can't be comfortable to just be free, basically.
Do you feel like you've gotten better since then?
I think I've gotten better. Definitely. I'm definitely in a way better place. But also I just want to say, so my birthday was on Tuesday and I turned 30, and I'm not kidding. There's this sense of not giving a fuck that I feel.
Are you for real?
And I don't know if it's because I turned 30 or if I'm just like growing and evolving and I'm just whatever. But it's so crazy how I really feel like I don't give a fuck about anything.
Wow.
It's weird, because there's things that happen that I'm like, Stefania last year would probably be stressed about this, would probably be crying about this. But now I'm just like, I don't really care. And like, if you want to be in my life, cool. If you don't, also really freaking cool.
That I love that for you. I think that's a mentality we all should have.
It's crazy because everyone used to tell me 30 is the best years. And it's weird because as soon as I turn 30, something, maybe it's just all in my head. Maybe it's like a mental thing, but
maybe it just feels like a new decade. And kind of like a
fresh new start. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Even though I don't feel 30, I definitely still feel like I'm like 25 or something. Yeah. But yeah, that's great. Cool, though. I really like being 30 so far. And I didn't cry on my birthday at all. Really? I don't know. I'm like happy to be 30. Yeah. I feel like an adult, and I'm leaving all the children behind.
The children. Anyways, we almost filmed an episode on your birthday, but we didn't. That's okay. At least we touched on it here. But that's good. That's exciting. But I think from now on, you just need to, when you go out, literally just look around you, because I notice things that happen all the time, and she's like fucking clueless. She'll be like walking and like in her own world. I'm like, did you see that? She was like,
wait, let's close on this note. Remember we went out for our friend's birthday and that one guy was with his girlfriend?
Yes. We were walking into the restaurant, and this one guy was with his girlfriend, and she was kind of like looking straight, and Steph was walking and I was walking behind her. He literally looked at her, looked down, looked up, and then licked his lips. Okay. And like, she literally was clueless, and I just like watched the whole thing happen, and she just kept walking, and then he like looked away, and then his girlfriend was like talking to him.
Yeah. Everyone tells me that I'm like, even in Greece, when me and your husband's wife, me and your husband's wife, me and your husband's sister, went, I don't know, we walked somewhere to the pharmacy or something, and I don't know, I guess these guys were looking at me or whatever, and she's like, oh, did you see that? I'm like, no. She's like, why are you in your own world? She's like, do you look around you? Like, put your head up.
But like, forget about noticing people looking at you. You also need to do that for your safety, dude.
True.
You need to like know like where,
like, they probably wanted to kill me, these guys that they were looking at me.
No, but like seriously, that's another thing I realized with getting older, is like, when you go out, like grocery store, bar, club, whatever, you need to like,
you're so right. I'm like very clueless.
Me too, though. Like, I literally don't don't know what's going on around me in terms of who's doing what. Like,
and we see all these things on like trafficking now and stuff, and the weird things that people are doing to like people's cars. So
you need to be like aware of what is around you. At least like when I've learned, been trying to do this, is when you get into like a place inside of like a bar or whatever, you need to like know where your exit is. Where's the exit? Where's the entrance? Like roughly like where you are, because like you just like never know. Like that speakeasy we went to on your birthday,
you were feeling claustrophobic.
I wasn't feeling claustrophobic, but like, where is the exit? Did you know where the exit is? Not where we
upstairs.
walked in.
Yeah, upstairs.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, where we went out of.
Upstairs? Yeah, exactly. But did you know that while you were sitting down?
Yeah, because I've been there once and I went in that way.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know. Yeah. So for a second there, I was sitting there. I'm like, well, the kitchen is over there. That door doesn't lead
also anywhere. Why did we go in through the kitchen? No idea.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's a speakeasy. I think they just wanted to make it like hidden.
But there's a door to actually go.
It wasn't like, it's like, it wasn't like an official like door, as if like, oh, this is the name, come in here.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was like a weird. The entrance is still weird.
Yeah.
But remember we were waiting in line upstairs before we went through the kitchen. That's where the entrance is.
Yeah. But anyway,
we could have just went in through there.
Yeah, anyway. We just need to like be more aware and alert of our surroundings when we go places, because
there's red flags everywhere.
Everywhere. They're walking around all around you and we don't even know. But anyways, you guys, we're going to end this episode here. Thank you for listening, and
we'll see you in the next episode.
See you in the next episode. Bye. Guys.